Stories, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, you join me here, Slum86, and we are back on Dunalka. So we are just flat out at the moment spraying our crops. So we have, if I put up the mini map, you can see we have sprayed our oats. We did throw a first coat of spray down on the grass. I think it will take a second run once it gets a growth stage or two into it. And that should bring our yield value well up then for our second cut. And we are just out here now doing the exact same to the canola crop. So the real goal is we'd want to spray as much as we can, get it all in. Now what we will find is we are out of liquid fertilizer on the farm, so at some stage today we'll have to make a call to our local supplier and see can we pick up some more. Thought we'd have enough to get us through here, but we might have enough to get a good chunk of the canola done, but I don't know will we get it all done. So we're just going to have to see. And our oats also need an application of herbicide. As we were spraying it, we did notice a lot of weed in there. We're just going to lower our rear booms, no need to be so high. So this should really give us a nice kick in yield coming into the harvest season. The better we get it, obviously the better we will do. So this canola crop will hopefully yield quite well for us. Obviously we haven't sown any soybeans yet or anything like that, so we're still waiting on all that good stuff to kick in, and that won't happen for another maybe a week or so in the game. We just gotta wait for the right conditions, and hopefully we can get all this in before the rain starts, but as it stands at the moment it is a little bit iffy. So you'll see we are also just able to just apply there on the edge that we didn't catch in the first pass. So hopefully we don't catch that. I think I might have. Yep, I think I did. Just caught my telegraph pole. Can we get by it this time? The answer is no. We struck it again, and that's gonna, gotta take off cruise controls. I think cruise control is messing us. So we're just going to flick back a bit more here. Probably could have done with doing a second hit on the headland there, but we didn't. So we'll find our track with our GPS, set cruise control, and we should be away again, guys. So we jump back in cab here, and you can see really the rolling hills and stuff. I really do like this map. And there's a nice hazy fog here this morning, so we're out nice and early trying to beat the rain, as I say. Hopefully we'll get it done. But if we do get rained off, that might be a perfect opportunity for us then to disappear to the dealer and pick up some more. And that is right, we are using the GCB again. It's quickly becoming a favourite of mine, and it's not a brand I would normally go to, but because we got it on a deal in the shop, everything was on sale, we said we couldn't say no to it, so here we are. And it is doing a nice job, guys. Plenty pokey for what we need to do, and plenty of speed and stuff when we're horsing down around the place. So it is all good. And we've all our silage bales stacked up. You can see there in that yellow block in the distance is our silage bales. We're just ticking down to 70% in the tank. So as you can see, it is using quite a chunk, and this will be the joys of the cows now on the farm, that well, maybe not this field anyway, but down the line we can start using the slurry they produce, And maybe the slurry might even just cover the grass fields, which will kind of pay for the cows in a way, because if we're not using the fertilizer for the grass, it'll save it for our crops. And obviously if we can build up enough fertilizer, maybe upgrade our animals to a bigger state, eventually we might be able to become a little bit more self-sufficient, where we don't need to rely heavily on the fertilizers and stuff. And speaking of that, we have been speaking with people in the area, and we might be able to get a rock crusher, guys, fairly cheap. And what it'll enable us to do is to crush the rocks down to a kind of powder form, and in turn that will enable us then to add a bit of water and stuff, and maybe we might, with a bit of luck, guys, be able to get some lime. So, and again, if we can manage to do that, we really would be onto a winner there, because if we didn't have to pay for lime on our fields, it'd be excellent. And of course, every time you plow them, we will be getting rocks off them. So it's one of those, it will pay for itself in time. Now, I'm not sure how much lime we'll get, but again, if we can reduce the input costs on the farm, it's just fantastic. And you can see the JCB here has no trouble with drawing up the hill, whether the Ford would have struggled on that before. So it is just flying along. Yeah, so we've been in plenty of conversations with people. When we picked up the cows in the last episode, we were speaking to a lad there, and he had one second-hand shed that we might be able to pick up as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out, maybe clear a bit of space in the yard. But today's episode will be that little bit shorter than normal as well, guys, because it's generally just a spraying episode. So there's only so much spraying you can see before you probably get sick of it. But we are loving it here on Dunalka. We might get the old drone up here in a sec and see what we can do. Minimize the old HUD. Look at that for a thing of beauty, guys. It really is. So this is the biggest field we own at the moment. Obviously we took a chunk of it there for the grass, but I don't think you'd even miss what we've taken. And in the winter, that area over here that we get up high enough where all the bushes and scrub are, now that we have the decent four-wheel drive tractor, I think that hill won't be a big problem for us anymore. So we might get stuck into that and turn it all to grass there as well, guys. So interesting things coming up. So we still have a little bit of money in the bank as well. We haven't burnt through it all, but we have used quite a large chunk to get our farm into this position. So we just need to be wary of that as well, that we don't take up too much more, because if we do, obviously that will affect us as well. I think probably somewhere here will be good enough. In fact, I think I overshot. So we get the spray going again, and really just those rolling hills, but we're doing a nice job going through it. Make sure not to hit the crop. That is a thing of beauty. So we're going to press on here, guys, and we're just going to keep rocking this out. As I say, hopefully it doesn't rain for too long. If we check our tablet and check the weather, 11 o'clock is when we're due a shower, and it's only for about 2 hours. Should be gone again by 1. So failing this, we should get back out in the field for kind of maybe the 2 mark, and we'll be finishing up whatever we don't get done here. Important we don't just be driving aimlessly through the field, but we still have 45%, so we're just going to crack on, as I say, guys, and see how far we can get. We might bring you to the shop even. We'll see how we're going when we pick up the liquid fertilizer. But for now, guys, I think we'll cut it here, and we'll be back when we're not spraying the field, or maybe when we're very close to finishing spraying the field. So I'll see you in a second. So we're just rocking into the shop here now, guys. Ran out of spray pretty quickly actually afterwards, so we're just gonna jump up here, and we're gonna see how much we can get. I'm hoping we can get maybe definitely 4. We might push to see can we get 6 on it. We'll just have to see. So we're going to pull up here somewhere, and yeah, we'll pop into our dealer and we'll see how we get on, guys. They might have a special. So we're just out of the dealer, guys. We did buy our 6 pallets, but as you can see maybe in the rear view mirror, and we'll quickly flick behind, you can see our trailer is empty, so didn't have any in stock. But what they're going to do, guys, is there is a truck coming into town later on today, and they will deliver them at the farm, so we should be good to go then from that point of view. So they're expecting their delivery to be in around maybe 10, half 10. So with a bit of luck, he might be at the yard. He could even be getting the phone call now to swing to us. We're just not sure. But yeah, either way, we'll crack on back to the farm, guys. If I'd known this, we could have just done it by a phone call and saved a bit of diesel. But anyway, oh my god, that car left it late to indicate. But yeah, we'll strike back here to the yard, guys, and we'll crack on with the rest of our day. And we are back underway, guys, so we can't complain with that service. We took a quick spin into town. We got back maybe 10 minutes after we got back, guys. Truck pulled in, unloaded our 6 barrels. So we are rocking and rolling again. So that is fantastic service, guys. So now it's going to be touch and go with the rain. It's due at 11 o'clock. We've about 40 minutes, but we're going to press on and see how much we can get going, guys. As I say, it's just going to be a day of spraying. Maybe later in the evening, if things dry up enough, we might just throw on some herbicide over our oats, just to take care of those weeds before they get too big. But other than that, guys, we are flying. So I'd imagine by the time we come back next time, we should, all going well, be seeding soybeans into our 2 fields that we ploughed. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of a benefit we gain from all that. And going to keep an eye. I must do a little bit more research on the. Excuse me. I must do a bit more research on the stone crusher that we've been kind of told about, to see if that is going to be a viable option for us on this farm. Now the idea sounds good. So if we sorry about that break, guys. I got a extreme fit of coughing, and I feel like I might have a few more in me. So, but if that lime crusher works out to be a great deal, then we probably will look at going ahead with it. We do have a couple of piles of rock still to collect, so that must be done at some stage. Excuse me once more. So I do humbly apologize for that silence. I did get caught there a little bit, but we are back. The joys of a head cold. It can just creep up upon you when you least expect it, and sometimes it catches you. But as I say, guys, we're just going to press on here and keep it going. We have plenty to be doing. So I think we will end it here, guys, for today. It's just been an episode of spraying, so we won't bore you too much longer with it. And as I say, fingers crossed, hopefully we get back next time. We'll be seeding our soybeans, all going to plan. So guys, until next time, this has been Dunalka. I've been Snowman86, and as always, guys, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you all again. Take care.